Congressman, if you're worried about this opening the door to ground troops, why don't you believe the president when he says over and over again, we are not going to have another ground war in the Middle East?
Well, that's what this president believes, and I do believe this president is determined not to occupy another country as we did earlier in Iraq and as we have done in Afghanistan. But this authorization goes beyond the term of this president. We don't know who the next president will be or what their intentions will be. And the problem with writing something so broad that has no sunset date, no geographic limitation, and no
but
meaningful...
But it has a 3-year...
Well, this one does, but my colleague and others are advocating for no sunset date, is that we could find ourselves 14 years from now, and we're 14 years when we passed the last authorization, in 2029, with a president going into a country where there's no terrorism today against a group that doesn't exist today, and relying on the authorization we passed today. And I don't think we want to make the mistake we made in the past of giving that kind of broad authorization. The problem with arguing that we tell our enemies what we're going to do is that we're not telling the American people what we're going to do.
So I want to ask you quickly before we go.